Luna Snow just wanted to perform, but instead she got lost in K'un Lun, punched by the Winter Soldier, challenged by Wolverine, and attacked by Doctor Doom. Yes, this is officially her worst night ever. Let's jump into the Marvel Rivals Infinity Cities of Heaven arc. Let's go! At first, we see the front cover, which already teases the two new arrivals in Marvel Rivals, Daredevil on the left and Angela on the right. But front and center is Luna Snow, holding a Jeff the Landshark branded boba tea. Very cool. Inside, Galacta addresses the readers, announcing that she has finally found the mystical lost city of K'un Lun. In K'un Lun, Lin Lai, better known as the Iron Fist, and Angela are trying to awaken the immortal dragon using the Book of the Iron Fist. Galacta humorously describes the book as a big honking tablet that rides around on a big honking turtle. Opposing them are Magic and the Hulk, who believe the dragon should remain dormant. Galacta agrees, noting, "Sleeping dragons are asleep for a reason." A fight breaks out. Angela and Magic clash, and it seems Angela has the upper hand, until the Hulk simply calls Angela a puny Asgardian and launches her far into the sky. At that moment, the narrative switches focus. This story is really about our favorite Korean pop star Luna Snow. She's trying to find the Chi Hive for her exclusive engagement, but she's lost. She believes she made a wrong turn at the Bride of the Nine Spiders Wi-Fi cafe. While searching, she sees Angela fall from the sky after the Hulk's attack, landing head first. Luna Snow offers to heal Angela, but Angela, proud as an Asgardian goddess, refuses the help, insisting it would take more than a gamma-powered monstrosity to take her down. Luna is in awe, only stating, "Wow, so tall," whilst Angela insists she must rejoin the battle. She says Iron Fist and she have a moral obligation to awaken the dragon, to oppose Doctor Doom's impending assault, claiming if Doom's plan succeeds, all of reality could end. Luna isn't quite sure what to think, so she stammeringly asks if Angela might need any help. Angela declines but thanks her anyway, so Luna Snow just says, "Okay, but whilst you're here, do you happen to know where the Chi Hive is? You see, she is set to go on stage in an hour, and she would hate to be late." But before she could even finish her sentence, Angela quickly leaps away and rejoins the battle, leaving Luna Snow on her own with no idea which way to go. As Luna wanders through K'un Lun, she senses a party atmosphere, people shouting, music, excitement, and so she asks a fruit merchant for directions to the venue, but unexpectedly, she gets yelled at instead. She tries to be polite, asking for a jackfruit instead, but again, another sharp reply. Then she notices someone sat on a rickshaw being pushed along by a Dijon, a creature reminiscent of Morris from Shang-Chi. Once again, Luna Snow is struggling to get an answer here, and she narrowly avoids getting run over. Meanwhile, overhead, Xiao Lao, the immortal dragon Angela has been talking about, appears. But Luna does not seem to see him yet. This would explain everyone's odd behavior. Back at the Chi Hive, the owners are confused that Luna Snow is running so late. One of them wonders if she was given the new address or if she's using the old one, implying that someone messed up her directions. Xiao Lao has been unleashed in K'un Lun, and we discover that Jeff the Landshark, The Thing, Squirrel Girl, and Rocket Raccoon are all there too, witnessing the immortal dragon tearing through the city. While Squirrel Girl panics, we see Jeff the Landshark charging headfirst at the dragon, which is a terrible idea given his tiny size compared to the undying dragon. She shouts, "Jeff, no, leave the dragon alone!" Jeff attacks, but of course, it doesn't do much. Then Galactus steps in and says, "That's exciting, but that's not our story." Instead, the focus shifts to a couple of blocks away, where Luna Snow continues her quest for the Chi Hive. She's still lost in K'un Lun, trying to find the bar where she's meant to perform. She comes across a bar that looks promising, but before she can step inside, a window smashes and someone is thrown out. It's Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Luna watches as Bucky picks himself up and prepares to leap back inside. His opponent in this bar fight? None other than Namor the Submariner. And what are they fighting about? Bucky yells, "Say that again," and Namor replies, "Gladly. Squids are more intelligent than cats." and squids are superior cuddlers as well, especially when you tickle them under their tentacles. As this absurd argument continues, the bar manager notices Luna Snow, who tries to step in and break up the fight, but instead, she gets punched in the face by Bucky as he's swinging at Namor. Fed up, Luna decides to take another approach. She climbs onto the bar and says, "Here's a little ditty you two might remember from the 1940s. She begins singing a song about Captain America, about him joining the army and becoming the mighty man that Hydra would learn to fear. The effect is instant. Bucky and Namor pause mid-fight, eventually smiling, and they even join in on the song. Luna has successfully calmed them down. The bar manager thanks her, saying he has tried everything, bribery, pleading, even suggesting goldfish as a compromise, but never thought of singing. Luna responds that music brings people together, even across different realities. Then she asks if they're ready for her performance. The bar manager is confused at first, and when Luna Snow asks if this is the Chi Hive, of course the bar manager then insists that this is the Chi Hive, but when he shows her the stage, it's clearly not. The stage is dusty, with an old drum set, and dominated by a giant spider. Luna realizes she's being lied to. The bar manager admits that this isn't the Chi Hive, but offers her a deal. He'll tell her where the real Chi Hive is if she wins a drinking contest. If she loses, she has to perform here instead. Luna reluctantly agrees, but then it's revealed that her opponent in the drinking contest isn't the bar manager at all. It's Wolverine, already several drinks ahead. Luna Snow has been challenged to a drinking contest by none other than Wolverine. The bar manager, the one who set this all up, announces to the room that they're following the Fat Cobra Club Soda Quaff competition rules. Just like Luna, most of us have no idea what this actually means. But to put it simply, both Luna and Wolverine get one drink, and the first person to finish wins. No other rules, no restrictions, no holds barred. But what are the stakes? If Luna Snow wins, she finally gets the directions to the Chi Hive, where she was booked to perform, but got lost trying to find it within K'un Lun. If Wolverine wins, she has to cancel her Chi Hive performance and play at this bar instead. The bar manager turns to Luna. "Are you ready, Luna?" She replies, "This is way outside my comfort zone, but yes, I need to do this to meet my obligations." He fires back with what everyone's thinking. A simple yes would have been fine. He then asks Wolverine the same question. "Are you ready?" Wolverine answers, "What do you think?" So he just assumes that counts as a yes. The countdown begins as Luna and Wolverine lock eyes. 3, 2, 1, go. Wolverine raises his drink immediately, but before he can take a single sip, Luna uses her powers in a clever way. She freezes his drink solid. Now he's holding a giant ice cube instead of a beverage. While he pauses in confusion, Luna keeps glugging down her drink. Wolverine won't be beaten so easily. He pops his claws, dices up the ice, and spears the large chunk onto his claws before chomping down, literally eating his drink. The two power through, but Luna finishes first. She slams her empty glass down, declaring her win. Wolverine stands up, silent for just a moment as the whole bar waits for his reaction. Then he locks eyes with Luna Snow and says, "Congratulations, kid!" The bar erupts into cheers for her victory. Not wasting any time, Luna demands, "Directions to the Chi Hive, and hurry! I'm already super late and wasted enough time here." But the bar manager stammers, admitting, about that. I would tell you if I even knew where it was." Frustrated, Luna snaps, "Are you kidding me?" He explains, "It's a mystical tavern, lady. It changes locations constantly, slipping in and out of reality. And in my defense, I didn't actually expect you to beat Wolverine." Furious, Luna storms out of the bar to continue her search through K'un Lun. Meanwhile, at the Chi Hive itself, the crowd is restless. They're chanting, "We want Luna! We want Luna!" The owners are stalling. One of them is even dressed in a crude Luna Snow cosplay, trying to pass himself off as her while performing a weak knockoff song. It's obvious the lyrics aren't hers, and the audience is growing more and more frustrated by the minute. The second owner admits, yeah, I don't think they're buying it. The wig doesn't fit snug, but that's okay. He turns to someone off panel, hidden from view, and says, well, you kids can find her, right? Bring her here from wherever she is? A voice replies, absolutely we can. We just have one very important question first. Are these peanuts free? The panel reveals that Cloak and Dagger are already at the Chi Hive. They seem more than willing to help track Luna down, though their motives aren't fully clear yet. We begin with Galacta, who is manifesting as best she can. Luna Snow is going to find the Chi Hive. She's going to perform, and it's going to be great. Let's see what actually happens, because last time we saw Luna Snow, she was having a lot of trouble finding the Chi Hive. At this point, she is angry, fed up, and frustrated as she wanders the streets of K'un Lun, continuing to try to find the Chi Hive. She declares that no one, and she means it, absolutely no one in K'un Lun is having a worse night than she is. In the background, we see that the immortal dragon Xiao Lao is currently causing havoc. Luna Snow is so consumed by her own troubles, she doesn't even notice. Suddenly, something takes her by surprise. She sees the fin of Jeff the land shark swimming beneath her as it breaks through the ground she's walking on. She tells Jeff to hold up, but before she can react, the ground beneath her fractures and she falls, plunging into an underground tunnel. She looks up, wondering what Jeff did and why, but then she sees it. A menacing pair of eyes staring at her. Purple tentacles shoot out and grab her, constricting her. She is having a truly terrible day. Then she is saved. A voice shouts, "That's enough! Put the interdimensional pop star down." We see, for the first time, Daredevil, who throws one of his glowing batons at the gigantic squid, releasing Luna Snow. She looks at Daredevil and says, "You look different." He tells her that since they last met, he journeyed to hell and gained untold power from the dragon Ying Long. Now he fights a never-ending battle to vanquish all wars. She responds, "Oh, so I guess you're not a lawyer anymore." He corrects her, "You must be confused. I was never a lawyer." And that is not Jeff the land shark. It's Mark, the cave squid. I must subdue the mighty beast and return it to captivity in. Daredevil is interrupted as Mark, the cave squid, unleashes a devastating attack on Daredevil. Luna Snow remembers some advice she received earlier from Namor and hopes he was right about squids. Rather than launching an all-out assault, she applies Namor's suggestion. She tickles the squid beneath its tentacles. Even Daredevil is surprised at how well this works. The cave squid actually seems to enjoy it, calming down and ceasing its attack. At last, Luna Snow and Daredevil have a moment to talk. She tells him all of this is great and all, but what she really needs is to get to the Chi Hive. She asks Daredevil if he knows where it is. He says yes, everyone knows about the Chi Hive, a mystical tavern that constantly slips in and out of reality. But he adds that she's a powerful ally in his new mission, and he can't just let her go without a price. This is just another item on Luna Snow's ever-growing to-do list. So she replies, "You've got to be kidding me." Daredevil offers one very simple request. "I will lead you to the Chi Hive if you promise, in turn, to end all wars for me." Luna Snow hesitates and then begins to walk away, saying, "It's not even like I like war. It'd be great to see it end, but is that really my responsibility? Especially when I have a gig starting in, well, 2 hours ago." Lost in her thoughts, she doesn't notice when Cloak and Dagger arrive and approach her. Cloak then proceeds to envelop her in his cloak, which then teleports her away. He considers this a success, explaining that he sent her to the Chi Hive at 177 Deng Long Lane. Dagger protests. "Wait, hang on, 177 Deng Long Avenue?" There's a moment of confusion before Cloak just says, "Either way, it'll be fine." The issue ends with a haunting image of a mysterious cloaked figure, leaving us to wonder exactly where Luna has been sent and what awaits her there. Luna Snow's quest for the Chi Hive takes a wild turn when she comes face to face with Dr. Doom. The first image says it all. Doctor Doom is holding Luna Snow by the neck, suspended in the air. Luna tries her usual approach. She begins singing, this time the Latvian national anthem, but Doom coldly interrupts, saying he's never cared for the English translation of his glorious song. When Luna offers to sing it in Korean, Doom responds by tossing her into the nearby water. Thinking fast, Luna recalls what worked with Wolverine, a drinking contest. She even has bottles of Tiger's beautiful daughter's mineral water ready, but Doom doesn't even flinch. No reaction, no interest, not even a sneer. She sighs and tries another trick, the one that worked with Mark the Cave Squid, tickling. But Doom isn't amused. Without hesitation, he backhands her straight into the air, flinging her back into the water once again. At this point, Luna has had enough. She knew deep down her usual charm wasn't going to work. To win this fight, she'll have to do something that she usually avoids: fight back. With a burst of power, she blasts Doom with shards of ice, landing a direct hit. Doom's pride is wounded. How dare you? I am Doom, the one and only. Luna, never one to back down, interrupts him mid-sentence. Aren't there two of you running around? A reference to Doom 2099. Before he can even respond, Luna lands a solid punch. But then comes the twist. This wasn't the real Doctor Doom at all. It's just a Doombot. Luna realizes she's been wasting her time fighting a robot, far from where she needs to be, the Chi Hive. She just wants to perform, sing, and finally relax after all this chaos. As she vents her frustration, the decapitated Doombot's head suddenly speaks up. The Chi Hive? Well, why didn't you say so? I can take you there. Luna pauses. You can take me? Okay, what's the catch? What's the ridiculous condition for this tiny bit of help? The Doombot replies, and Galacta watches on gleefully. I want to be your backup singer. Luna stares for just a moment, sighs, and then agrees. Fine, let's go. Galacta narrates as they travel, and off they went, across the lake and into town, turning right at the intersection of Danglong Avenue and Danglong Lane, until their ultimate destination drew near. At long last, Luna arrives at the Chi Hive, only to discover it's completely destroyed, burned to the ground and still smoldering with fire. One of the owners, hanging a sign that reads "Closed due to dragon fire," greets her with a tired smile. Luna asks if dragon fires happen often. Another owner, still dressed in a Luna Snow outfit, replies, of course. Why do you think we move so often? She'd always thought the Chi Hive relocated for mystical reasons, but apparently that's just the tourist story. The first thing she does is call a rickshaw to take her someplace else. The driver asks where she's headed, and she says, I'll tell you on the way. He drives off, Luna Snow giving him a string of directions as they race through the city. The driver jokes that Luna Snow really knows her way around. She replies, Mister, you have no idea. She has spent a lot of time walking around K'un Lun alone, trying to find the Chi Hive, so she's become very familiar with the city. As they pass through the market, Luna sees someone in the distance, none other than Doctor Doom. Not a Doombot, but the one and only Doctor Doom. He's asking a stall vendor if he's seen a Doombot around, giving out a threat. Tell me now, or I will crush all of your produce into a bloody mess of zest and pulp. Luna Snow races past in the rickshaw. She lifts a sheet to reveal that she's been hiding the Doombot's head that she found previously. As they pass, she can still hear Doctor Doom complaining. Where is that poorly programmed daydreaming fool? The Doombot worries that it's been discovered, but they make it past Doom unnoticed. As they race on, Luna also spots Penny Parker and Spider-Man. Penny sees Luna and says, Look Spidey, it's Luna Snow. Say, did I ever tell you? But Luna cuts her off as she is currently in a rush, and she replies saying, Your grandmother was a big fan of mine and listened to all my records when she was young, 50 years ago? You've told everyone, Penny, many, many times. As the rickshaw speeds ahead, Luna narrowly avoids a huge pothole. the same one she fell into before facing off against Mark the Giant Squid alongside Daredevil. Next, she races past Bucky Barnes and Namor. Bucky has a song stuck in his head and sings it out loud as they walk, including lyrics that reference Hydra. Namor gives him a quizzical look. Bucky replies that all of Hydra's programming is gone. He promises that to Namor and adds that it's just a very catchy tune. Next, Luna passes Hulk and Angela. Last time we saw them, they were in the midst of a massive fight. Now, they appear to be napping under the statue of the Immortal Dragon. This is when Luna asks the rickshaw to stop. When she gets off, she casually picks up some jackfruit, takes a quick bite, and then jumps back in the rickshaw with the Doombot and continues on. She then spots Cloak and Dagger. She quips, "Have I ever told you there's a difference between a lane and an avenue?" referring to when they accidentally sent her to the wrong location and into the hands of the Doombot. Cloak quickly responds, "Hey Luna, have I ever told you about Penny Parker's grandmother?" Clearly poking fun at both Luna and Penny Parker. Finally, they arrive at a bar she's been to before, the same one where she had a drinking competition against Wolverine. She says, "At least I know this place is hungry for some entertainment. The bartender practically begged me to stay, so let's get this party started." Luna Snow enters alongside the Doombot, and Galacta watches from the cosmic realm, cheering Luna on as she observes the events within the bar. She did it! She rocked out for hours until the wee hours of the morning. On her third encore, she began to sing a very familiar song. The same song that helped to break up the fight between Bucky and Namor. Up on stage, Luna Snow performs for all of our favorite Marvel Rivals characters. Rocket Raccoon, The Thing, Bucky Barnes, Namor, Jeff the Landshark, Squirrel Girl. The crowd is going wild. Someone even shouts towards The Thing, "Show us your thong, Thing!" referencing the Hellfire Gala photos. Even Mantis, Star-Lord, Groot, and Loki show up to watch. Star-Lord is so impressed that he even questions the cassettes that his mum left him. Luna Snow's album was left out. He can't believe it. We then see Wolverine still at the bar, drinking. The barkeeper complains. He told Wolverine he could have free drinks for the night, but he didn't know he'd drink this much. "I have a wife and baby dragons to feed," he pleads. Then a familiar hand joins Wolverine at the bar and tells the barkeeper to relax. "The next round is on me." Penny Parker finishes telling Iron Fist once again about her grandmother being a Luna Snow fan. She clarifies that she's not talking about a young, hot grandma, but an old grandma who was totally into Luna Snow. Iron Fist seems completely mesmerized, saying, "Who could blame her?" as he watches Luna perform. Captain America, joining Wolverine at the bar, jokes, "You'd think I'd get tired of hearing this song about me? You know what? I never do." Finally, Luna Snow finishes her performance. She thanks everyone. "You've been a great audience. Good night." And that concludes the City of Heaven arc of Marvel Rivals Infinity. Let me know in the comments whether you enjoyed the Cities of Heaven arc, and whether it's made you want to play more Luna Snow in Marvel Rivals. And if you're still craving more Marvel Rivals content, then make sure to check out my Marvel Rivals playlist, or check out the rest of my channel where I upload content just like this every single week. But for the meantime, peace, peace, peace!